All right, welcome to another episode. Right now we're gonna work on Hubud and Lubud, to wash and to tie and to untie, and in some Filipino dialects to bleach. Hubud basically is a range that is clinching, right? So I don't really necessarily, if I use my stick, it'll be the butt of the stick, right? That would hit here, hit here, hit here, hit here, and then of course here, or upwards or downwards, right? Likewise, from the back, I could go for the neck, right? I could go for the kidneys, right? I could go for the legs right here and break. Those are, you know, three pretty simple, basic points that we use for a clinch, right? Or a submission type of situation, all right? In this exercise in particular, this has to look like without a partner. One, right? So the person is gonna have to block, right? We, in this system, we block on the inside, although you could certainly block on the outside, like a lot of Tertia people do, all right? So this is how it's gonna look like. Block first, right? Notice how his stick, right? He's aiming for my neck right now. This is what we call angle number 1, by the way. All right, so we'll show angle number 1 through 5, all right? So we'll be a little bit far, right? So angle number 1, angle number 2, angle number 3, angle number 4, angle number 5, or 5, right? So angle number 1, if using your right hand, you're bringing your right into your left, right, on a 45 degrees axis, okay? One more time, right? So this is how it looks like for Hubud, okay? Angle number 2, you're gonna, if using your right hand, you're gonna go from your left to the right, also in a 45 degree axis. All right, so always remember, angle number 1 and 2 is always 45 and 45, but never straight. All right, one more time, angle number 1 and number 2. Angle number 3 is if you're using your right hand to the left, right there on a Hubud. Okay, one more time, out to in. And this would go for the ribs. Angle number 4, if I'm using my right hand, it'll go to the left. It'll go right to the other ribs area, like that. One more time. Angle number 5 basically is straight, up or down. Okay, so only for Hubud range. Versus some broader range, this will be angle number 2. This is angle number 1, I'm sorry. Angle number 2, angle number 3, angle number 4. All right, so we're gonna now demonstrate how Hubud looks like, and I'll give you instructions, all right? So the first thing he does, he jams that right into there. That's his point, his desired point that he wants to hit. At this point, before he hits me, right, I would actually block. Also, try to hold the butt of the stick like this. Maybe about less than a fist length's worth of a point, you know, to use to ram it into it, right there, right? So I block. After I block, what I do is I salute. Notice how I'm holding my stick up. Salute. Now, what's gonna happen now, right? Let's give them this camera angle. If we come over here, is this stick hooks on over here. Notice how my wrist, I depressed it. Hook it on. At this point, immediately when I'm down here, I put my hand here as a checking hand. Now I return the flavor. Now he's gonna block. He's gonna salute me underneath, right? He's gonna hook my arm. See how I brought it down, and my shoulder also went down with it. He's gonna check that hand with that hand. He's gonna come back up. We're here. He's gonna insert it. Bam! I blocked it, right? Or in other systems, right? They pass it, right? So we're gonna just block in particular. Block 2. Bring that down. Now I hit him back, right? Just like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Block. Salute. Down. Okay. So we'll do it for another minute or 2. All right. See that? Block. Salute. Bring it down. Pass. Hit. Block. Salute. Bring it down. Pass. Okay. Now from here, I'm gonna transition into angle number 2, the second hit, which is gonna be a reverse hit. All right. So I'm gonna finish it off first. Bam. Now, as I bring it down, I retract this stick here, right here. Not all the way here, but here. I'm gonna aim for the back of his neck. He's gonna stop my hand with his free hand, right there. It's like an absorption. He's gonna do this part of his hand, right there, and that completely absorbs all that power. It's really like a mattress or foam, basically, as you may, right? So that, right, if he didn't block that, of course, boom, right there, right? So he had to just grab that, okay? Now, he's going to salute, bring that stick down, as he traps that hand, bring it there, aim for that neck, boom, I catch it. Once I catch it, immediately, right, turn it, hook it, put that down there, retract, he catches it, he salutes it, catches my arm, passes down, returns the favor, right, I catch it now, bam, take that, just like that, that's it, see that, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we'll go a little faster now. Okay, so that's angle number 2. Now, angle number 3. Let's say right now I want to switch, I want to hit him low now, right, from this exercise, right? What I'm going to do, I'm going to grab his arm. And then with this butt of the stick, I'm going to ram it in to his ribs. Let's get a different angle from here. All right, so I'm going to grab his arm. I'm going to ram it into his ribs. How he's going to block it is not necessarily with this hand, at least not for very basic hubud. Instead, he's going to twist his waist, and his arm is going to kind of form like an L, like this. Notice how now he has like a solid L-shaped arm. That will stop me altogether. All right, now, the funny thing is, right, and there's only for angle number 3, if I was a sword, it's a little different. All Merlin would do is take a step back with his front leg. I completely missed stabbing him. And this arm over here, that's an L, it now changes the entire trajectory of how my stick is angled and in which direction it would end up in. That's the beautiful thing about this. All right, let's try that one more time. I'll just show one more time of the long range. I would take this arm, because I have a sword or a very long knife, right? You take a step back, tilts it, bam, just like that. All right, so this would be the long range counterpart to that hubud if I were to use a sword and thrust into him. But for practice purpose, right, all he does is only his arm and waist, right, and foot, you know, change your foot a little bit, right? Bam. Now what he's gonna do, he's just turn me around. Using, right at this point, in the middle point, he will use that hand, grab my arm, right, and pull it down. Immediately, right, my turn. Now I have to deal with that right now, which I would just do this. Notice that? One more time. From here, right, I just bam. Okay, now I turn it around. Grab that arm, and then immediately follow through. Okay, you can turn around. Okay, bam. Turn that. Right there. Boom. Right there. Now he grabs my arm. Right? Inserts. Bam. Turn that around. Grab that. Bam. Grab. Right? And so that's all this is. Right? That's all this is right here. Okay? Alright, so we'll do this just a few more times, right? But you get the idea. Just making a big circle, swing that over, right? And so if Merlin, let's say, decides to give me a long thrust, give me a long thrust, yeah, not this way, right? I step back. I just took one step back. One more time, Merlin. Let's try that. Grab my arm down first. Go for the thrust. Boom. Right there. Right? And the sword missed me. All right, one last time. Right? Grab my arm down. Okay, go. Right there. That's all I need to do. Take one step back. Okay, so there's angle number 3. Now angle number 4 and 5. Number 4 starts with a 1. Now I 4 him. Now, the reason I'm going to show you why he's cupping my hand like this. Now, remember, his stick is definitely here, so he can always hit me back. But the reason why we cup like this is because if I cannot try to cut or hit him down where his quadriceps are, or his knees for that matter. Right? So let's say, for example, he didn't have a stick here, right? Let's say he didn't have a stick, but he blocked instead this way, right? Oh no, this way, yeah, right? Bam, 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 right? So if that was a knife, of course, right? That's what we're trying to prevent, is to get, you know, attack lower, right, when you do this, right? So he's gonna cup my hand like that. That's how he's gonna cup it. Can you miss? Of course, right? But this stick up here takes care of everything, right, from here upwards. This hand takes care of everything from here downwards, right? Of course, his hand is still here, so I have to worry about that, right? Now, I'm gonna continue one, right? Right, pass it down, right, with the hook, put it right there. Return the favor, he blocks. Now he gives me a 4. Boom, right there. Notice how I did both a cat stance and I retracted my stick a little bit, right? Like a cat stance. Now I'm ready to give him a good attack. Bam. He salutes me, hooks it, push down. I block. As soon as I block, I go for it, right there, right? And you do a cat stance with this, right? Now he hits me again. Okay? This, he could slide at me, right? But at least I kind of stopped it from being a critical hit, right? And now I go back. Block. Go for the ribs. Go again. Bam. Block. Go for my ribs. Okay. Bam. Block. Go for the ribs. Bam. Block. Go for the ribs. Good. Bam. All right. So that's 4. Now I'm gonna do a 5. Right. So a 5. Right. Oh, I'm gonna finish it off first. Now over here, right? I just, you know, put it down and checked it. Now I'm gonna go for a straight punch. When I straight punch it, he's also gonna pass my hand just like that. Right? It's like slapping my wrist, basically. Right? Slapping the wrist. Right? Just like police officers do. All right? Now, what's gonna happen? Up. Right? So he just lifted it up. That's his salute. Use the other hand, pass it down. Now he goes for the punch. Bam. I salute now. I pass it down. And I punch. Bam. Just like that. Now he salutes. Right? I pass it down. Punch. Salute. Pass it down. Punch. Salute. Pass it down. Punch. Salute, pass it down, punch. Salute, pass it down, punch. Right? Now, you notice how I'm not hooking him? I'm just like saluting, see this? Right, versus if I did this, right, I could do this too. But for continuity and speed, we just simply do this so that it doesn't slow it down, the pace too much. Right? Now, I could also go upwards. Then he has to pass that. Right? Upwards pass. Upwards pass, right. Upwards pass. Okay? So that is Hubud, basically. Right? We're in the range of Hubud where we use our hands to control. This is the most basic, simple Hubud. I'm not adding anything to it like this, arms, and so on and so forth. Just, you know, hit, retract, pass, blocks, evasion, right? Just to give you a simple idea. And also chambering. Alright? Well, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the video.